Unbelievable. I thought he was best player on the ice for us by far. So, I can't say enough good things about him, and just the way he played tonight was incredible. So.
Have you seen remember a 2-1-0 like that also, or the 2 saves would be?
No, because honestly, that play shouldn't happen, and that's on us as a PP, and we just got to be better in those situations, and that's on us. So we got to be better. We will be better. But obviously, pretty incredible 2 saves there to keep it a 0-0 game.
What does it say about Sammy, the work that he went through over the last month or so, from where he was to build himself back up, and now to turn in 3 good games, and tonight's game was as good as we've all seen?
Yeah, I've always just loved his attitude and just the way he goes about his business, and obviously it wasn't going very well for him there for a little bit, but that's when you just worked harder and harder and really just dialed it in and did the extra work, and mentally he's as solid as any goalie I've been around, and for him to rebound like he has been and playing, it's unbelievable for our team, but unbelievable for his confidence, and it just speaks to his preparation and his mindset.
When it comes to the power play,
have you guys faced a team as tight checked as the Jets this season?
Yeah, there's been a few. I thought Vancouver played really tight. There's been a few teams, LA, but obviously they've been rolling really well as of late, and they don't allow much going back their way. So we're just trying to stay patient and continue to push and try to get momentum on our side through shifts and periods of time in their O zone or their D zone, and just go from there. It wasn't a pretty game by any means, but just one of those that you just kind of had to grind out.
What happened on the 2-0? Austin, was it just you guys staying out too long, or what was the breakdown?
I don't know. Honestly, I got to watch it back. But like I said, just something that just can't happen.
Can you put your finger on anything about the power play that's going wrong these days?
I just think a little bit disconnected. That's really it. I think we just got to get on the same page and maybe simplify some things.
What do you think the trust that coaches put into Robertson?
Yeah, he played great tonight for us, and he was rewarded with more ice time, more shifts with different lines, OT, and Robbie comes in every day and he works as hard as anybody, and nothing really phases him. He obviously wants to play. Everybody wants to play, but just the way he comes in every day, goes to work, regardless if he's in the lineup or not, does all the extra stuff, and I think in the games he's played in, he's been a difference maker at times, and obviously tonight he played really well.
The performance of Samsonov tonight?
Phenomenal, obviously. It's the reason we won. Made a lot of big saves for us, and it wasn't a great game by our team.
What was the biggest challenge the Jets presented tonight?
I think there's a reason why they're top defensive team in the league, and why they're top of the standings. They do a great job just recovering off of forechecks. They're constantly above you. They're hard in their D zone. They play man to man, but don't give you a whole lot through the middle or to attack the net. And for us, we just got to do a better job of trying to find ways to get pucks towards the net and guys there.
What was the message in the second period after the 2-0 when you guys got sat down a little bit on power play?
On the bench or in here?
On the bench.
Obviously not good enough. We know that. We've been here for a long time, and give that up, especially on a power play in a game like that, it's unacceptable.
Is there something you can put your finger on, not just that play, but just what's going wrong with the power play lately?
No, we're just disconnected, like Austin said. We've talked a lot. We're trying to figure things out. This is obviously something we don't want, but it's happened through the last couple of years, and something that we got to really drill into and make sure when we're out there, just because we have a man advantage doesn't mean we can just take our foot off the gas. We got to stick with our mentality of trying to get pucks towards that net, guys there, and second opportunities.
What happened on the 2-0 to create it? Were you guys just out too long, or what was it?
Yeah, probably a little bit of everything. Out too long, just kind of a miscommunication, and we take ownership of that, and it's unacceptable, like I just said, and thank God for 35 in there.
What stood out to you about how he's navigated this last month?
A lot. I've been in those moments as well, and it's not fun. Everyone's against you, really, and everyone, is coming at you on all different angles and thinking you're not good enough. And for him to fight through that and come back as he has and played as well as he has for us and won us the last couple of games in net, and has done a great job of it. It just shows how mentally strong he is, and I've tried to talk to him. We know he's a hell of a goaltender. We know he does amazing things for us when he's in that net, and obviously everyone goes through spells sometimes of where stuff's not going your way, and it affects you, and then you hear all the noise outside of it, and it affects you more. And he's just done a great job this last month blocking it out, and really focusing on himself, training himself, and being the best he can be in the last month.
How did you handle it when you went through something similar?
Talking to people. You got to express your emotions. When you hold on to stuff by yourself, it gets in your mind and puts you in a dark spot. So we're lucky enough to have people around us that care for us and want to hear how you're feeling. That's why you have loved ones. That's why we have people around this team as well. So you got to talk your way out of it. Just know that you're a great person, a great player, and you're here for a reason, and you're here to help this team. And it's just about believing that you can do that. And obviously, we were all trying to be there for him as well and just try to help him out and play better in front of him as well.
And when you are facing a 2-1-0 there?
2-1-0. Not typical moment, for NHL, but just game moment. I need to make some save. What to do? Just play, and read situation. That's it.
What allowed you to play at this level tonight?
For team, it's a real hard game for both team. Since we know Winnipeg is first in NHL team right now. It's nice offensive team. Big challenge for us. I'm happy what we win. It's huge. It's important 2 points for us, and that's it. Tomorrow, new day. We need to keep working again.
What's your confidence level now as opposed to a month ago?
I'm okay. I don't want to think about this too much. Game over, and I want to enjoy time with my family.
What did the standing ovation mean to you after the 2-1-0 save from the crowd?
How I said, I almost cry. Cause what time is fans is loud. It's important for me. Long time I didn't listen to this. And this is huge. Thank you again for all the fans.
What's going through your mind on the 2-0 when you see two guys coming? You're trying to stay focused on the puck, or you're trying to stay in position? What goes through your mind when you see two guys? Just to focus on the puck and look at the sticks, what this guy's doing, who is will be shoot. We see in the practice too. It's not a surprise for mostly goal. It's just play like you play. That's it. It's just a game moment. Sometimes we have.
What was the best part of your game tonight, Ilya?
Best part, I think, is because we won. This is huge and really important for me. Make some confidence. Everything is in my head, not panic. Moment by moment. It's really important for me right now.
What have you learned about yourself in the last month?
Last month, back and forth. Last month, but it's most important how you forgot this bad moment in the past and how you're ready to continue to move. This is what I learned last month.
When you play like you did today and the game as close as it was and it's in overtime, when you see the puck go in for Auston, what goes through your head?
Please score. A long time I didn't want an overtime. I'm not afraid, but still shake it a little bit, But what time I see Auston with the puck, we know we won.
You probably deserve to keep the belt. What did you do in here after?
I'm trying to get for Auston, goal in goal, but he said he's coming back to me.
What stood out to you about Ilya's game tonight?
Lots. Early in the game, he kept us in it when we were struggling to find our game. And then as the game wore on, he continued to make huge saves. Obviously, the 2-0 stands out. And then in overtime and on the penalty kill at the end of the game, he was outstanding. He's a big part of the win. That's what you guys were against the forechecks as the game wore on. Yeah, I think so. I think, we look at how they like to play, and we understand that they like to play, in the offensive zone. They chip a lot of pucks in, and they have a good forecheck. They go in there. They like to get heavy. So early on, I mean, we tried to adjust and, we tried to break out smoother. And I think we had periods of time during the game that we did a good job, but ultimately I think that there's room for improvement between now and when we go into their building.
Can you describe what you saw in the game-winning goal? How it developed?
Not really. It's just kind of one of those quick plays. I knew Auston was going to the net. I could kind of see him out of the corner of my eye, and he had to just kind of had to step on the guy, and I was calling for it from Robbie, and I don't know if we deserve that win, but it's nice to win an ugly one. Yeah, PK was outstanding. Again, they had to kill one at the end of the game just to help us get the 1 point, and then in overtime to do a good job against a lot of good players on the ice to give us a chance to go out there get the extra point. They were outstanding.
What's causing the power play to kind of slow down here the last little bit?
Yeah, I think we just got to get back to keeping it simple and to doing the things we were doing early in the year when we were really clicking. Shooting more pucks and going from there. I think we're just kind of maybe hanging on to it a little bit too long.
The games this year that you guys dominated and lost is tonight a little bit of the evening of the scale?
Yeah, I like to think it all comes out in the wash. I don't think we had our best tonight. So to hang around and to fight and to battle and end up getting a point, then in overtime get the extra point. In a weird way, it feels great.
What sort of effect does it have when Sheldon cuts some of the top units power play time?
As D, honestly, you don't really notice it as much as you might think. On a night like tonight, you're just out there trying to do your job and trying to contribute. And I think that we have obviously trust in him to make the right decisions for the team. So
perfect. It was excellent from start to finish. So he was good early in the game when they were shooting the puck from everywhere on the sides, and he was great there. And then he was obviously great when the few high end chances that they had. He was terrific. So just another building block for him where he just looks as confident as ever.
What adjustments you guys make, Sheldon? Jets had half their shots in the first period. So what did you guys do after the first to kind of try and go back?
Well, if you were to go back and watch their shots on goal in the first period, I would say 80% of them came directly from our stick to their stick, and they shot at our net. So we stopped turning the puck over. That was a big one. And then through the second period, it just felt like I don't think we gave up a shot in the last 11 minutes of the second period. It just felt like our game was starting to come a little bit, and we were starting to carry the play a little bit more. Now they make it really difficult to get to their net, so we didn't get a whole lot accomplished, really anything accomplished offensively, and the scoreboard reflected that. I thought that we started to break out better. And the one thing that I thought, with the exception of a couple of things, one thing is, we didn't have it tonight. Clearly, it was not a good night for us, start to finish, pretty much. But I thought we defended well. They got in behind us a couple times. Obviously, and Sammy had to make a couple really big saves, but this is as low a vintage NHL game as you're going to find. And
you don't have it, though. The Jets have done that to everybody this season. Is that something they're doing, or is it you guys?
Well, part of it. Credit to them. In the first period, they forechecked well. They had good sticks. They were on top of us. But we couldn't execute a pass. Didn't have a lot of life. Didn't have a lot of energy. Didn't have a lot of legs. Now that we've won the game and everything, to me, it looked like a team that was still on the plane and still on the West Coast. That's what it looked and felt like. You talk about it, right? I think that's a little overblown, that whole thing. But sometimes it does catch up to you, and that's what it looked like here tonight. So we get out of here with 2 points. Liked how we did stay with it, and we had to kill some penalties there at the end and find a way to get the second point. Get out of here. We'll get 3 sleeps before we play again, and I expect us to be a lot better, as I'm sure they will be when they get in their building.
What was the message in the second period you said, Auston, Willie, and Mitch? Was that directly related to the 2-on-0, or was it just how the power play was going?
Yeah, well, both things. But it's obviously they make a mistake in that spot, and it's chance for me to hold them accountable and get some other guys involved to go out and do the job for us. But those guys have, as we all know, those guys have been excellent for us, and they carry the mail a lot of times for us. And tonight, they made a mistake, and others had to get a chance.
The guys were saying that the power play to them feels like they're disconnected from each other. Your job as coach, I guess, is like, how do you connect them? How do you get the power play focused again when you can?
Yeah, today is not a good day for me to assess anything. Because we were not ourselves today. That's why all I can go to, because all I can go to is the travel and the road trip and all those kind of things coming back home here. Because, I thought even through Vancouver and Seattle, like those last 2 games, like we were far more connected. Not necessarily in the power play, but just our overall game. Today, coming off of yesterday's practice, I thought the power play looked great. I thought it did really good work with Guy yesterday. I thought the power play looked great. I was actually excited to watch the power play today because of the work that they had put in yesterday. But once I saw how we were playing in the game, I wanted nothing to do with the power play because I had a feeling it was going to look like that, unfortunately.
On board to have a big game from Robertson with Burt not here.
Huge. I mean, just like we're saying here, we had a lot of guys that just didn't have it tonight. And I thought Robertson did have it. I thought he had lots of jump. He was the one guy that seemed to be able to generate some shots and challenge the goaltender a bit. Like we talked about the boost that he gave us at the end of a long road trip in Seattle, and I thought he gave us a boost here again tonight. And that's what you need. I kind of had the feeling we were talking about it as coaches in the second intermission that it's one of those games where we're going to need somebody else to step up because I didn't feel like our top guys had it tonight, and Robbie was certainly a candidate for me, and that's why you started to double him up a little bit and got him involved in the overtime, and he was all around the puck and made a play, and Auston finished it. So, like I said, not a perfect night for us by any means, but 2 important points against a good team here that we'll take and take advantage of the rest we have here before our final game, before the break.
What did it say about Samsonov, throughout the last month, going through what he's gone through, and then coming out and putting up, a few really, really strong games?
Yeah, just credit to him, right, for putting in the work. I think virtually everyone, I'm sure, had counted him out and written him off. And obviously, even internally, there's questions, right? Like, how's he going to be able to bounce back here? But credit for him to staying with it. Credit to all the people and the resources around him to help him, support him. Tree put together a plan for him on how they were going to manage his time away from our team. Credit to Curtis Sanford, all those guys. But if Sammy can't put in the work and sort of pick himself up and just get to work, then it doesn't have a chance. But this has been building. This has been building. Like I said, I wasn't surprised at how he played in Seattle the other night, and then some of the saves tonight. It is you get a 2-on-0. You're expecting that the goalie's going to be overwhelmed there, but just credit to him. It's some good fortunes coming back his way through hard work and belief in himself, and obviously we're really happy for him because he's bounced back from a tough spot here.
You mentioned the mistake on the 2-on-0. You mentioned the mistake on the 2-on-0. Is that them staying out too late, or how did that happen from your perspective?
It's everything. It's all of it combined. Like I said, it's not a night for me to break down things and assess things. It didn't have it. We addressed it. We moved on. The guys came back, and I thought got a lot better in the game. Auston scores us the game-winning goal, and those guys will be better the next time out.